Unathi Binqose is standing by in the Eastern Cape. A very good morning to you, Unathi. And can you tell us what is happening in Qunu?
A very good morning to you, Elvis, and the viewers as well. Indeed, we are broadcasting live from Qunu. We're coming to you live from the Nelson Mandela Museum as the build-up to this big day continues to gain steam. As I'm speaking to you, I can tell you that things have kicked into action already. We're told that the Minister of Arts and Culture, Mr. Nathi Mthethwa, along with Dr. Nelson Mandela's grandson and Abba Mandela, the SABC Foundation and the Nelson Mandela Foundation, they are out at the Nelson Mandela Academic Hospital. The children's ward, to be exact. I mean, we all understand that Dr. Nelson Mandela had a very, very special place in his heart for young children. They are there to hand out a few gifts to the young patients there to try and make sure that their recovery is speedily and a bit more comfortable. However, we are still here at Qunu, not far from where his resting place is, and we are joined by a local here, a man who was born in this village, a man who has seen it all, who was here long before Nelson Mandela's birthday was even celebrated, long before the Nelson Mandela Day was sanctioned by the United Nations. I mean, we are in the 5th edition of this special day. He's going to tell us more about how the people of Qunu are embracing this day. I mean, we understand that it has changed from being just about fun and games. I mean, young children enjoying a few moments with Dr. Nelson Mandela. It's all about people rolling up their sleeves and trying to make the lives of other people a bit better. We're now joined by Mr. Gamakulu. Say, just for a record, your first name again?
My name is Zimisele.
Zimisele Gamakulu.
Gamakulu.
All right. The Nelson Mandela Day tomorrow, I mean, it is the 2nd edition since his passing. How is the mood like in the village?
I can say it is kicked into high gear because there's lots of activities at the village. For instance, yesterday, the Department of Agriculture in the Eastern Cape was donating seedlings to the people to plow their gardens for vegetables, and people are very enthusiastic about that. And it was a very busy day. There are ones also mending up old homes for old people in the village. Yeah.
I understand that it's no longer about fun and games, people enjoying a few moments like with Matiba, like I said. It's about people rolling up their sleeves and doing their bit to try and better the lives of others. Have the people of this village embraced that? Are they doing the Mandela?
Yeah, I think the focus has changed significantly, and the people have enthusiastically participated in this, because as I have seen yesterday, I myself was participating in that. We were plowing gardens for the older people and also teaching them on how to care for their vegetables and how to plant in winter. Yeah.
Right. And seeing all these visitors that are here now, and those who are still coming will be here tomorrow, I'm sure the mood will even kick into another level tomorrow.
Yes, of course, because the people at the village, you can see it's all abuzz in the village, because even today, the Department of Agriculture also is teaching people on how to care for their animals, that is the cattle and the sheep, and people also are very enthusiastic about that. Yeah.
All right, lastly, your message to those who are still sitting at home wondering what to do tomorrow to contribute to this Mandela Day.
My message to them is that they can come to the Nelson Mandela Youth and Heritage Center. There's lots of activities that are happening here, and they will be distributed to all the areas. And if one is interested in doing some good, to his community or helping some other person, he must come here and he will see for himself what to do.
Lovely. Sir, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
Well, that was Mr. Gamakulu, a native of this village of Qunu. He has urged a lot of people to come over if they do not know what else to do tomorrow to come and contribute to the Nelson Mandela Day activities that will be taking place here. But what I can also tell you is that even down at Mvezo, on the banks of Mbasha River, where Dr. Nelson Mandela was born, I can tell you that Mandela, the grandson of the former president, they are also warming up there for this big day tomorrow. And I'm sure they will kick into action tomorrow. A lot of activities activities will be taking place there. We understand that a lot of, quite a number of government officials, including two ministers, Minister of Basic Education will be among those who will also be there to not to open a school per se, but to spruce up a school that will be opened on the 25th of this month by the head of the state, Mr. Jacob Zuma, on the 25th of July. But a lot is happening here. I've seen quite a number of school kids in their uniforms, and they are here at the Nelson Mandela Museum here in Qunu, and I'm sure tomorrow we're going to see a lot more of them coming here to contribute also, and of course enjoy a good time. We understand that the Nelson Mandela Foundation as well as the SABC Foundation have brought back a bit of the good times, and they've roped in a lot of artists, local as well as international, to try and bring back that spark of celebrating this great man's birthday. We understand that it would have been his 97th birthday tomorrow, but they will celebrate nonetheless despite his passing. With that, let's wrap and hand back to you guys in Joburg.
Just a brief one, Unathi, before you come back to us. For all our viewers to the rest and in the rest of the continent of Africa who do not know much about Qunu, how significant is that area?
Well, this is a very, very significant. I mean, not only is it the birthplace of Dr. Nelson Mandela, I mean, this is also home to quite a number of people. A lot of them are struggling a lot. And I'm sure the activities that are going to take place here will definitely change the lives of those people who are struggling. A lot of people here are unemployed. They depend largely on social grants to get by. They depend largely on government or on government subsidies to ensure that they are able to get by with their lives. However, I can tell you that since Dr. Nelson Mandela's release from prison back in the early 90s, a lot has changed quite significantly in this village. We saw some schools being built, clinics being built. I mean, not so long ago, we saw a preschool focusing exactly on the young children to ensure that they get the foundation, so that by the time they reach primary and higher education, they are in good stead in terms of their understanding of the education system. So a lot has changed drastically, but a lot more still needs to be done. And that's why we are seeing a lot of people converging here, coming here today and of course tomorrow, to try and make sure that we do produce other Nelson Mandelas coming from this village here. People coming from poor backgrounds will change not only their families' lives, but contribute to the community and the greater South Africa as well.
Now, I know that we're all doing something for Nelson Mandela tomorrow, Nelson Mandela Day, but what will you be doing in the Eastern Cape Day, Unathi?
Well, quite a number of activities have been lined up, not only here in Qunu and Mvezo. We understand that there will be activities where government will be involved in major centers like the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. I'm sure there will be activities that will be taking place there also. And the Buffalo City Metro, of course, they will also roll up their sleeves. And I can tell you that in Ngusho, I understand, I know for a fact, there will be quite a number of activities that will be taking place there. That is the Amatole District Municipality, one of the most rural municipalities in the Eastern Cape, one of those that are in dire need of any assistance they can get. Understand that they will be out to make sure that schools, clinics, and even hospitals are spruced up, and ensure that those who are inside those hospitals, the patients, do get the necessary attention, not just from the nurses and doctors, not only from the hospital staff, but community members will also walk in there and make sure that they are all taken care of. And like I said, their recovery is made a bit speedily and a lot more comfortable in the caring hands of community members. And I'm sure that is the prevailing spirit that we are going to see continuing, not just today, tomorrow. It will, I'm sure, go on for the entire month and even beyond. I mean, knowing South Africans, I'm sure they will want to carry on in this spirit and ensure that they are a bit like Dr. Nelson Mandela.
Unathi, thank you so much for that report. That was our SABC reporter in the Eastern Cape, currently in Qunu, Unathi Binqose.